Hi everyone, thank you for coming to Speak Home Ringgit Hack Show. So today, supposedly it's my colleague, Zulaickha. She's the presenter, but currently because the flood and the issue she's get affected. Her it's very unfortunate. Her units, right? The house that she stay is get affected by flood. So I'm the persons that substitute Chika. So thank you, but still yet. No worry, all the content is just will be the same. So let me introduce myself. I'm Paul from Speed Home Marketing. I'm the content strategist and also public relations in charge person. So today we are going to share about Speed Home rental, some rental market insight that Speed Home has been discovered. From our transaction data. So this is, and also we will share some tips and also some our observe lah. So, but just before we start, right? Just we will not don't see this is as a advice that to tell you should you invest in property market or not, but it's just rather some stats sharing lah. This is a sharing sections. So don't worry, our event will start on 8:30 sharp. Okay, so if you're already in our Facebook and YouTube, thank you for being so early and punctual to join our event. So later 8:30 we will start sharp. So before that, just let me to just share with you a couple of Speed Home video. Sounds very interesting. That is a very interesting guy that he already shoot a couple of Speed Home advertising video. It's very interesting. So okay, let me play the video.
Hello, I am landlord. Hi, I am potential renter. And I am Speed Home. Wow, so cool. Editing only ma. Okay, so why should we use Speed Home? Why? Give me reason fast. I very busy. I got meeting with Dato later, you know. Well, let's start with you first. Oh, okay. I'm interested to rent this guy's property. So can I take a look first? Oi. I where got time to go show my 10 properties to everyone. I only want to see one lah. Oh, sorry. Which one out of my 10 properties you want to see? No worries. We can arrange for our home runner to go to any of your 10 properties and take photos and videos and even arrange home viewings for any potential renters like you. Or free. Free. Oh, okay. Then if I like the property, can I rent straight away? Whoa, wait. I need to know his background first, After he no job cannot pay rent, how? Hey, you think I know money? Don't worry. We will do a complete background check to make sure the tenant is eligible and you get a qualified tenant. I don't mind, check lah. But how is the deposit? Is it 2 months? Yeah, the deposit, this one very important. After he damaged my property and ran away, how? Hey, you think all of us very bad, is it? You own 10 properties, then you know lah. Can you come closer a bit? I want to slap your face. Guys, there is no deposit. Huh? Wait, where can no deposit one? Simple. The tenant only needs to pass our zero deposit eligibility check and the landlord can sign up for the best insurance protection with Speed Home. Not bad no deposit. Wait, what insurance is this? It's Allianz Insurance that protects your right as a landlord. So just 1.5 months rental for the whole year, and Speed Home guarantees on-time rental payment, protection against rental loss, plus utility and household coverage. Oh, how much is the total coverage? Up to 42,000 ringgit. Wow, not bad. I can get money back. That means I can relax at home and you count him everything. Count him everything. Sign me up now. Me too. Great. Any other questions? Got free gift? We don't have any free gift. Can I give discount? Yeah, give free voucher lah. No free gift lah. But actually, you can advertise your property with us for free. And our insurance also have 60 days free cancellation. So no harm to try. Can I give free umbrella?
Okay, guys, let me play another video.
Hi, I'm Wei Ming, founder and CEO of SPEEDHOME. I founded SPEEDHOME because of my personal problem. But I think my personal problem, you can relate to it as well if you're a landlord or you're a tenant. So number one, I started it because of my personal experience to lease out my house. I SMS 50 agents back in 2016 and only 10 replied to me and 2 actually post up the listing for me and eventually got listed out. So from 50 to 2 and to 1, it's a lot of people that I need to contact to. So I was wondering, why isn't there a platform where we can give you the control, empower you to lease out your house yourself, right? And SPEEDHOME, basically, we provide you end-to-end solution. You just need to list your property, and then we help with tenancy agreement signing digitally. We help with rental collection, and more importantly, we have insurance protection. When I started this business, nobody really wanted to fund us. No venture capital wanted to fund us. In fact, there was a VC that told me, don't waste your time, Wei Ming. You should do something else because this business doesn't make sense. But I think because I know the problem that I'm feeling would be felt by many people, so I thought I should continue.
Okay, thank you for watching our video just now and being patient. So yeah, today's is Wednesday. I believe it's in the mid of the week, but maybe to our some of our unfortunate members that who stay in Klang or Shah Alam or Pahang, yeah, Mendakap. So yeah, they are right now also in a very suffer situations. So let just hope everyone can be safe and also hope this flood can be they can overcome this disaster. But in the meanwhile, actually I personally today, right, my colleague, supposedly today is my colleague Jika. She should be the persons that who conduct this webinar, share with you guys about these rental markets, but she also get affected. So yeah, that's why that is today I'm the persons that who's be the speakers lah. So thank you for everyone patience and watching our webinar. So today we are going to share with you about the Klang Valley. But before we start our webinar, let me introduce myself. I'm Paul from SPEEDHOME Marketing. So if you join our webinar for many times, right, then you will know, you'll see my face always. Either I'm the speakers, either I'm the moderators. So in this Ringgit Hack Show lah. So guys, so I would like to engage and know you guys more. If you are the first time that who watch our webinar, please type 1. If you watch more than one more time, can just type 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And also, yeah, just let me know. Okay. So I saw started some friends. Yeah. So I just want to know also if you get affected. Do you have any friends get affected? So by Speed Home, right? Actually our internal, we also encourage our staff to donate some money to the victims. And I hope everyone, if you are okay, then just try to find a trustable associations, donate a 10 ringgit, 50 ringgit, just like try to contribute lah. So before we start, I have this kind of just urge everyone lah, if you just reach out to a trustable organizations, just donate some small little money, and hope everyone's who get affected by this flood, they will get some help lah. So today, right? Okay, our topic is kind of very simple and straightforward. We Speak Home every month. We receive about 20k the 20k tenants inquiry. So the tenants that will come in and chat, and then to ask basically like 80 to 90% of the tenants that the chat request, the tenant request that we receive, they mostly are in Klang Valley lah. So today, and then Speak Home, we compile our 2021 first half, and soon we're going to roll out our second half result also, second half rental report also. But today, mostly the data that I will share with you is based on our first half lah. So if most of you, I think you also download our rental report, and then you will get which part of the rental area is more popular. So same with in line with the others huge mainstream platform. So our actually, we are not surprised. Some of the area, right, it's not only they are very popular on rent, but they also popular on sell also, buy and sell also. So this is kind of common lah. So without further ado, long story short, so let me just share with you the screen. Let me share you the screen. So everyone can see the screen. If you can see my screen, can you just please type 1? If you can see my screen, can you please type 1? Let me know. Okay. Hi. Okay, this is someone say. this is a person. Mr. Amit is asking, do you have a house to rent in Cheras? You can just Mr. Amit, you can just go to our Speed Home platform, speedhome.com. Then yes, thank you, Mr. Ibrahim. Thank you so much. So everyone can see the screen, right? Thank you, Ibrahim. Thank you. So is it anyone that you can see the screen? If you can see the screen, can you just type 1? Okay. So I saw the YouTube is not available for. The chat is disabled for the live stream. Kat, can you just help me find out why the YouTube is not available for people to left comments? Can you just help me find out? Okay, thank you, Kat. Kat, please help me check on the YouTube, why the YouTube channel is not available for people to leave their comment. Thank you so much. So okay, so without further ado, let me just share with you today's agenda. So today, right, we are going to share with 4 key things. So the first one is the Klang Valley affordable rental sections. So you need to know, right, what is the range. If you are the landlord, before you purchase before you buy a house, and you pretend to be like long term, and then you need to understand the market. So what is the mass market in Klang Valley that you should look at the rental? How much is the rental? Like, why is this range? So later I'm gonna explain. So the second thing is we are going to share with you some Klang Valley housing rental yield. So but this rental yield is gross rental yield lah. I mean, it's like not like a net rental yield, but also some the most demand, the top 3 demand, and also the top 3 supply area in Klang Valley. So, and the third sections that we're going to share today is the key factors. How can you why your house, some of the house area is rented so slow, and why the some of the house is rented so fast? What is the key factors that you should that is affecting the rental market? So the number 4, the agenda number 4 is that we are going to talk about what kind of rental in the properties, right, is will help you to attract the tenants, right? How can you to find out, like, to make sure your house is like to be super attractive, or some key factors also will impact like your the tenants, okay, to when they choose to rent a house. Okay, so today, right, I'm not sure that everyone knows the Malaysia household income status, but I think this is like much more lower because this number is about, I think, 2019. Yeah, it's about it's in 2019. So I think it's like right now the household's income maybe we're going to be lesser, but never mind, we will just use this benchmark. So in Malaysia, right, average median income is not average, median income is 5,873. So this is a whole Malaysia. So but in Selangor is 8,210. In Kuala Lumpur is 10,500. So this is like the median income group in Klang Valley lah. So it's 10,000 to 8,000. But we know, right, when we talk about median price, this kind of pricing, this kind of numbers, it will be like affected by the high incomes people. But nevertheless, so if we take the numbers, I think in Klang Valley, to be fair, 8K should be the average. I mean, it's not average. The 8K should be the median's income for a family. And this is I think this is the largest income group in Klang Valley. So according to these stats, the statistics departments about the stats. So we know, right, Selangor median income is 8,200. If you even though you count to Kuala Lumpur, I think also is around this bench, okay, 8,200. So if let's say like 30% of them they spend, okay, for the living, okay, for rental or buy a house. So that means, like, the local rentals, mostly they will spend the money not more than 2,500. If they spend more than 2,500, basically they can buy a house that's around 400 to 500,000. So when we look at the affordable rental, I mean, like the rental that is have most tenants that they are looking for, very rare they will look for a house that is like the rental is more than 2,500. So in SPEEDHOME, mostly our request and our tenant, right, we are doing the mass market. SPEEDHOME, our main customer is the mass market. Our main customers is the mass market area. So that's why what we do is this is around the affordable market that we find out is around 1,300 to 2,500. Above 2,500, mostly they are looking for the expat instead of the local. And between the 1,300 to 2,500, this is the most largest rental group. So in Klang Valley, what is the current situations in the okay? So the first one is what is the latest situation? What happening in the Klang Valley right now? So the first one is like right now it's a rental market. So tenants, the housing supply is a lot, and tenants have a bigger bargain power. And I'm quite sure is that a lot of the landlords, they're quite fed up when they try to put a rental price. Then suddenly the tenants start to asking like them to like 15-20% lower. They thought the landlord already feel like, okay, I already giving lower, the rental price giving lower, and then the tenants even not ask me lower. Okay, low balling. They are very hit on this, but this is the very, very crucial and also very real situation, because can you imagine that is like so many new buildings that in market, and in the next 1 or 2 years there is more supply. And in the meanwhile, the people's income is getting badly affected by this COVID. And this means, right, if the tenants, right, they can pay this is a tenant, if they feel like just 100 difference from the pricing that they can rent right now, they won't hesitate to move up. Very price sensitive, and when they ask for the rental, do a lot of the what do you call that research to make sure they are not renting, even though just 100 ringgit difference. So second things, so the market pricing right now is quite balanced. So the tenant asking price and the tenant asking price, right, is quite balanced. So right now, the landlord, if they won't ask, like last time, right, 2 years ago, when we do a quick research, the landlord is asking more than 30% higher. Okay, and then the tenant hope the landlord can take the offer is 30% lower. So they have a gap. Between the gap is 30%. But compare to the 2 years ago, so right now the rental market is quite balanced. The price that the landlord asks is really like very fit to the market. So so right now the problem is like the pricing that we saw in the market, right, in our platform is quite balanced. The tenant asking price, the landlord hope the price that the landlord hope. So number 3 is online viewing. So right now there is a lot of the different digital platform that they already start like mushrooming everywhere. So we've got so many on. Then some of the platforms like such as SpeedHome, we do provide some sort virtual viewing. Okay, we provide a virtual viewing. So this virtual viewing is just landlord take video, or we are using a phone call or any website to make sure, right, the tenants that even though they don't have time to visit the unit, they can just run through just by just watching a video, or just by through a phone call, okay, WhatsApp call, to someone will view the house. And that is also another type of the platforms that will help the landlord to shoot the photo, shoot the video, and then they can just have access after they're on board. Yeah. So number 3 is the high-end market is performing very low. Yeah, due to the border closed, there is a lot of expat foreigners. They back to their home country and they didn't come back, and this also create the whole situations that the high-end market is a bit like the demand is very low, and a lot of the short-term Airbnb unit, they also try to transfer to be a long-term unit. So this is also something that is impacting the high-end market rental. So the student markets, okay, normally like such as Shah Alam, Setapak, or even Subang, some of this student market, right? Like back then, right, that the room rental is very active, and then this is very easily like you have an empty room, then suddenly your house is going to rent out like within 1 or 2 weeks. But right now the situation also changed due to the COVID. All the school is closing, then the study from home, everything. So this kind of issue also impacting the whole market. Okay, last one. So this is some of the mapping when we try to look at our area, right? When we do the mapping, right, what we are observing is like the South Klang Valley, okay, like Bangsa, like some places is nearby Bangi or even Subang, but PJ. So this kind of area, right? They have higher demand compared to some northern area in Klang Valley, such as Batu Cave, Selayang, or the others the northern places in this more outskirt area. So this is a problem that we are observing, because compared to the northern Klang Valley, the southern Klang Valley seems like they are more nearby to the mature area, and we are seeing a population migrating. So this is something that is currently happens. So this is 6 factors that we are observing during the in this affordable rental group. Okay, some six key factors that we see. So right now, I'm going to share with you this is the top 3 areas that in the demands. Okay, this is many. Okay, the first one is PJ. So in SpeedHome platforms, right? Mostly our PJ rental, the tenants, most of them, they are working. They are actually is every type of working adult, students, and families. So the rentals that in our platforms, like the rental median income is around 1,880 ringgit. So the rental yield, so it means like the 400 to 500,000 house that we found okay, is around, the rental yield is around 5.25. So we get the transacted number from Bricks.my. So it's a website that have the transactions history. So this is not like, maybe some of you are not really you have a doubt, but feel free to just check it on the bridge.my, then you will get the numbers. So Cyberjaya. So Cyberjaya also one of the SpeedHome active area, because that is we provide the SpeedHome home runner services. So we help the landlord to show the house to the potential tenants. So we get a lot of unit there lah. So if you ask everyone, that is anyone that using SpeedHome in Cyberjaya, I believe this is something it's quite common lah for SpeedHome. I'm quite proud of it. So mostly in that Cyberjaya group, the tenant group is foreign students. Your tenant group should be foreign students, public servants, or local students lah. Mostly it's just the local students. And then their rental median is about 1,300, and the rental yield can be 5.2%. So this rental yield also is back then when you bought early lah. But if you bought the latest 600 or 550,000, then maybe it's not that accurate lah. So this is also the transaction price that I found is like about 2 years ago. So continue. So Brickfield. So Brickfield actually also no-brainer, because that is the areas that is very nearby to the city, and then also have a lot of college, and the rental groups they have expat students, families. Okay, the rental median income also kind of high, 1,850 ringgit. The rental yield there can be up to 4.4%. Okay, so continue. So Bandar Tun Razak. Okay, now I'm going to share with you the top 3 suppliers area lah. So this so the first area is that we have a lot of supplies is Bandar Tun Razak. So that is issue is Bandar Tun Razak, they have a lot of low cost apartments, and these low cost apartments they pile up the supply lah. So in the Bandar Tun Razak, the rental group is around 1,200. Okay, they have 1,200, and also okay, and also the rental is around 1,200, and also the rental yield is about 3% lah. So you will see that is mostly all this area is more lower apartments. So continue. Brickfield, skip. Brickfield I already shared. Not surprised. Brickfield have a lot of demand, but in the meanwhile also have a lot of supply. So that's this balance. I would say the whole demand supplies in Brickfield is quite balanced. So Kepong. So Kepong actually is suddenly jump in just recently 1 year lah. So I believe that because recently Kepong have 3 to 4 MRT stations going to locate in that area. So in the meanwhile, recently the supply is increasing. So that's a lot of the landlord. They also try. Last time when they want to rent out a house, they wouldn't to try the online platform. But right now, I think that the behavior is changing. Yeah, the digital adoption there is increasing. And in the meanwhile, I think the rental groups there is mostly locals, adult, family group. Yeah, you hardly see any foreigners like you want to live in Kepong. But yeah, so the rental median income is 1,600, and the rental yield is about 5.49%. So continue. So rental yields. Okay, when we talk about rental yields, is just like this is a gross rental yield lah. That's like we are sharing. So actually, quite surprised is Shah Alam. So Shah Alam, the rental yield is kind of high, because there is also some old low the old units that can have the rental is just 1,100, but some of the units there is like maybe they are purchasing some quite of early. So this kind of the early unit in Shah Alam, the rental yield is just like perhaps it's just 250,000 to 200,000. So that time when they have this unit, so the rental yield can be up to 6.34. So the Wangsa Maju, they also have some old units, right? So the old units in Wangsa Maju, actually the rental income is also not bad, 1,500. So the rental can be up to 6.16. So Mont Kiara is just very, very special, because Mont Kiara is only the areas that we have the higher rent. Okay, the rental median income is 2,500, and basically the tenants there is more looking for companies like foreign expat that pay for their rent is paid for the company, and they're high income. And some of the units there, right, there is like a 5.8% rental yield they can get. Yeah. So, but this is also not for the unit that just purchased in the last 2 to 3 years lah. So that's why that they can achieve this 5.8 to 6.3% rental income, rental yield. Okay, finally, I share with you the top 3 supply, the top 3 demands, and also the top 3 rental yield. So now I'm going to share with you what is the 6 factors that affecting the rental speeds. Okay, yes, maybe your house, right, when you rent it out, you are looking for I can get a tenant, right? Last time I can get a tenant within some 2 to 3 weeks, but right now maybe I wait for another already 3 months, I still haven't get tenants. What happens? So the first one is locations. So maybe your tenant group is changing, and then if your house is in a matured area or new areas, right, the population is very important. So if you buy a house in Setia Alam, Puncak Alam, or Bangi, so these kind of areas that you're going to have some issues lah. So, but of course, public facilities, this is a second reason. If the areas that they have complete facilities, then definitely there's also an areas that will attract the tenant fast. Okay, so number 3 is condo facilities. So if the landlord, right, as a landlord, you need to be very thoughtful. So you need to think about tenants, right? If you are the tenant, will you live in this condo? So while you are sharing the interiors, how beautiful, how nice your house, do you like do you introduce your condo facility also, such as garden, pool, and gym? So this is some things that you shouldn't miss out when you like post advertisings on the platform. You should take some pictures of your condo facilities. They want to have good facilities. So some of the tenants that they really like try to find a condo that have a swimming pool or nice view. So this is something that will attract the tenants. Okay, number 4, deposits. So I think traditional is 2 plus 1, 2-month deposit plus 1 month for the utilities, 2 months for the rental. So these deposits definitely is something that is going to be one of the key factors that will impact your house rental speed lah. So more than 5,000, I believe that like in Malaysia, right? Actually, I saw a news like 2 years ago. Bank Negara said, Bank Negara issued a report and said, if you ask Malaysian to fork out 1,000 ringgit for emergency, they don't have 70% of them. They don't have. So after this COVID impact, right? So I think the Malaysia stability, like the financial stability for Malaysian, is going to be lower. So this is some things that we also observe during our transactions. So tenant types. So you need to understand, right? Your house is it suitable for the tenant types that you are aiming for? Some of the areas that are active, their major tenants is student. Some of the areas they're foreigners, and some of the areas are working adults. If there is something happen, and suddenly this tenant group disappeared, okay, the school moved, so the office closed. So what happened? Then you need to figure out how can you switch your unit to be suited to the another types of the tenants group. So this is some things that the landlord always need to consider. If that area only suitable for one type of tenants, so this is something that you need to figure out. Is it that is an area that you're worth it to invest? So the house occupancy rate, okay, the house occupancy rate. So tenants like more tenants or more landlord. So when we know, right, I think like long time ago, when I tried to find my first house, so I tried to engage with the agent shared with me. So some sort of areas that they are, most of the people buy the house is for investment, and some of the house that is like buy for own stay. So some of the areas that have more landlords, some of the area have more tenants. So you need to find it out, like the areas, is it that is areas that have more landlords. So for your own stay, then definitely you need to find an area that they don't like rent it out. Okay, it's not for investment purpose. But before, this is something that you should know before you start to decide your investment. Okay, so characteristic of the popular rental housing. Yes, different unit, right? Actually, we do find like a winner units. Okay, so some of the units that they are easily to rent out, they have more chat requests, they have more people like to asking that, hey, can I rent, can I rent, can I rent, can I rent? So that the first type is the 3 beds 2 bath receive the higher tenant request. So this is maybe also our tenant types. So home tenants is mostly the we are our tenants are mostly they are the working adult. So most of them they are have the highest tenant request is they are looking for a 3 bed 2 bath. So the second one is a fully furnished unit. So compared to the non-furnished, fully furnished is 2 times faster. So if you really want to rent out your house fast, then maybe you need to consider to invest a bit lah. So and also that will be 20% to 30% higher the rental price compared to the unfurnished. So if your house is nearby the MRT, RRT, then this is something also quite common sense lah, I would say. Then you will get easily to get working adult to rent to you. So the rental price align with the market price. So please, landlord, you need to do your own research. So you need to check on the units that before you rent it out. Actually, it's kind of simple. You just go to check your neighbors how much they are offering right now. Of course, you need to follow their rental price, but please don't like your neighbor is asking 2,000 ringgit and then you mark up and then you hope you can get a 2,500 ringgit rental, or rather you just let it empty. So this is a opportunity losing. So can you imagine that, like if you rent it out 2,000 ringgit for 1 year, then you still get 24,000. But if you totally make the whole unit empty and maybe then you are getting nothing. So you need to always like do some survey to understand that the market rental price, and then while you're asking, you put out the price that is must align with the market. So the last one is just something I think that not every landlord know lah. So if in Malaysia, right, everyone's like the working adult, they have cars, so that you need to have 2 car parks. The units that have own 2 car parks, that's definitely easy for them to rent it out lah. Okay. So basically the things that I share is almost there. I'm not sure if any one of you haven't buy a house. If you are landlord, type 1. If you are not, you are tenant, you type 2. Okay. If you are the landlord, you type 1. If you are the tenant, type 2. So I have some bonus tip lah. But if you already are a very mature landlord, you invest a lot of property, just bear with me 1 or 2 minutes. Then later I introduce SPEEDHOME to you. Maybe we can help you lah. But if you haven't buy a house yet, and this is your first time that you're joining this kind of the online sections and papers to talk about properties, you type 2, then I will share with you this this bonus tip. Okay. Mr. One, type 1. Okay, come. Anyone, please left your comment. Okay, wow, tech. Okay, guys. So if you already if you haven't buy any house yet, right? So let me share with you, just very quick one. So 2 bonus tip. Okay, the first one is how to calculate your gross rental yield. So you always need to use numbers to help you to make the decision. Do you want to buy a house for investment? But of course, you buy a house for own stay, then you can ignore this. But just imagine that, like, if you want to make an investment, what you need to know is that if I invest on this, how much I can get from this rental, from this apartment. So now I'm sharing with you gross rental lah, because if you count of the net rental yield, right, definitely then I think it's kind of hard right now to find a house, right, can cover. But because one of the biggest things that we are aiming is the house value going to increase. So you need to look at the gross rental value lah. The gross rental yield. So the gross rental yield is you need to calculate by your whole year rental divided by your total investment cost times 100%. So it means that if you buy a unit, example, you buy your monthly rental is 1,000 ringgit, the total investment cost is 350,000. So you time 100%, this is the gross rental yield, 3.42%. So this is some numbers that will help you to judge. That is the area, right? The rental is going 800, 900, and your investment is more than 300,000, then your rental yield is like 2 to 3%. Then this is something is like really it's not worth for you to rent. So you need to get a very quick numbers, and then you can find it out with this number. Is this number satisfied? Okay, is this number is reasonable for you to make the investment? So this is the first tips that I'm going to share with you. Always think about like to calculate the gross rental yield before you really buy a house to invest, and to make sure, right, to do a bit survey to see like right now how much is the average rental price that having in that area. So the second thing that I'm going to share with you, how to calculate your investment cash flow. So you need to understand, right? If you invest in the property, and then is it the money rental that you're collecting, right? Is it that you're going to cover your investment? So, but even though we know, right, now it's kind of common sense, we know that most of the units that in Klang Valley right now is not going to cover the installment, but you still need to figure out like how much you need to fork out. So in order for you to prepare your emergency fund or to manage your personal finance. So this is very important. You need to understand, right, if after you make this investment, so what kind of the potential costs. Okay, so housing cash flow, the whole year rental income minus all the costs. So does it have many costs? So you need to list it out. So before you make the investment, decisions, you quickly write it down, like all these kind of the potentials, all these kind of potential expenses. So you minus that, then you will know if you really invest, and then you try to find a tenant, right? How much are you gonna to fork out on spending? So I give you an example. If the house rental is 1,000 ringgit, the unit is 350k. So the monthly installment is around 1,300. If you minus the commissions, repair fee, management fee, quick rent, of course they have more and more lah. So the cash flow, it should be negative 6,400 ringgit. So this is some example that I share with you lah. So then you will know as a landlord, as an investors. So this 6,400, you die, you need to fork out, or else you will lose your house. And in the situation that you get a tenants every month. So this is some things that you need to figure out. So I'm just share you some ideas, like using numbers to decide, okay, is it you want to invest in property or not? You always need to have some numbers. I believe that if you just quickly go Google, or you find some other free course, then you will know there's more numbers to help you to make your decisions. Don't invest with your emotions, but invest with your rationale by do some simple calculations. So I just share with you today is the two simple calculations. The first one is like the rental yield. So the second thing is the cash flow, the house investment cash flow. So this is two things that you should know. So before you start your investments. So what's my conclusions? I got 5 conclusions. So the first one is the monthly rental between 1,300 to 2,002 is definitely the mass market, and they have the most of the tenants. If your rental is more than 2,200, it may take some time for you to find a tenant. So in year 2022, it still be a rental market. The house is going to build more. The Klang Valley unit is going to be more, and then the job opportunity seems like will be slightly better. But compared to the supply there, the demand still more than the supply. So number 3, the higher market sentiment has become better. Now the border is starting to open. A lot of foreigners decide to come back to Malaysia. So if your house is aiming for the expats, I believe that as someone is coming back, you'll find some more requests lah. So number 4. So this is something that I didn't mention. So suddenly I got this point. So hybrid working style, it will impact the city centers rental market. So we observe one thing is in our rental report lah. Okay, those who already download our rental report, you will see like Setia Alam is the first area that get into our top 20 demand area. Setia Alam in the first. Okay, with the past 3 years, very first time. So we are looking for like some of the tenants that are looking for bigger unit, landed unit. So So they don't mind to live in outskirts because this is something that they want. And the housing area that in that area, right, that we're going to be have more and more popular, and also with the facilities that they are having right now, I think that it is keep on increasing the facilities there. So yeah, so I think that the hybrid working style will impact the city center. The city center, because some of them they are choose to move out to the outskirts. Last point. So the short term rental, I think for the next 1 year will also still be in a subdued, in a very slow phase lah. So the short term rental market will increase the supply of the houses. A lot of the short term rental they can't do Airbnb right now. So maybe they also increase that, impacting the long term market supply. So this is couple of the conclusions that we have. Okay, so guys, I know you guys have questions. So if you have any other things that you want to discuss with me, or you're not agree with my my view, so feel free to leave a comment. Okay, let me know, and then we can have a quick discussions now. But in the meanwhile, while you're typing the questions, right, everyone, you can still type your questions, but just bear with me. Just give me a 3 minutes. I'm going to just give me a 10 minutes. I'm going to just explain to you what is SpeedHome. So actually, with SpeedHome, right, we are the safest end-to-end property rental platform. So if you're a landlord, you can post a property on our platform and to get a tenant. You have a tenant, you can just keep the platform, search a property to rent. So if your house is within Klang Valley area, we are providing you free viewing services, home runner services, and we will help you to check on the tenant background. So not everyone can rent through SpeedHome. We are the zero deposit platform. Not everyone can rent through SpeedHome. So we will check the tenant's background by asking a lot of informations, like almost as strict as a bank, to screen the tenant. So in the meanwhile, we are doing the digital signing. Okay, everything's online. You don't need to, the tenant and landlord don't need to meet each other. You can just sign the contract through SpeedHome online. So after they sign the whole agreement, then we'll ask the landlord to purchase an insurance from Allianz. Then if the tenants run away or didn't pay the rent, although it's a zero deposits, the landlord will get compensated by the insurance company. And we will help the landlord to do the free rental collections. So this is the services that we offer. So SpeedHome, we already in the market for more than 5 years. So Mr. Wong, okay, the botak, he's my CEO. He founded this company in 2015. Back then, we called ourselves Speed Rent. We rebrand during 2019. Currently, our app is more than 500,000, and our web traffic is more than around 200K. So our property listed in your property have 100K and also a 600K for the tenant request. And basically, you can find SpeedHome in all mainstream media report. We get reported by almost all Malaysia mainstream media. So maybe you will ask why I need to use SpeedHome. So I can use Agent, but I got other platform to use. So why is necessary I do use SpeedHome? So I provide you 5 things that we differ from the others platform. We have better quality tenants. We have the direct communications. So you can chat with the tenant via our app without review your own personal contact. And you won't get like SMS or WhatsApp text gila to the others platform. Yeah. So sorry, continue. If your house, right, rented to SpeedHome, our zero deposit will help you to rent your house 10 times faster compared to the traditional way. And if your house is within Klang Valley area, we help you to do the viewing management and also free rental collections. So maybe the landlord will start to challenge me. Wow, zero deposit, gila ke? So it's not. So this zero deposit is not like we are asking the landlord to have a zero deposit without any protections. So why go for zero deposit? The first one is that you maximize your tenant's portfolio. Basically, it's no risk for you. If anything happens, the insurance company will compensate your loss. And your house will always be the first choice compared to the others way. And your house will be going to rent faster. Because there's no zero deposit, and you can avoid the price war. Okay, so if this is a house 1,500, that is 1,400. Which house? One is zero deposit, one is deposit. Which one we're gonna rent faster? 1,500 without deposit or 1,400 with deposit. So this is kind of a simple, right? So this is some things that the three we have our insurance. This is only charges that in our platform. We only ask the landlord to buy an insurance. The insurance price is within 1 to 1.5 months. It depends what kind of a package that you want to subscribe. If you subscribe our Ultimate Extended Plus package, we're going to protect you if the tenant didn't pay and still occupy your house. We will pay the rent until the tenant move out or the tenancy end. In the meanwhile, we will apply a court order to evict the tenant, and we will bear all the court order fee. So this is the ultimate package that we offer. Basic package and the extended package, we don't have this protect you and the tenant if the tenant occupied lah. But the extended plus we have. So that's why we are the only platform that will offer this kind of services in Malaysia. So the claim process may also kind of fast. So if your units, right, it takes like only 3 to 7 days if you only claim for the lost rental and also the minor deposit, the minor claims such as the utilities and also some dirty cleaning fee. But if your house is get really very unlucky, you get a bad tenant and your furniture, all the movable furniture such as sofa, TV, this kind of thing get broke, right? Then we will compensate, but it will take longer time lah. So the last two things I'm going to share with you. Okay, the last two things I'm going to share with you guys. There's two things. The first one is just feel free to join our landlord community. So this is a free community that we built. So we are not really advertise a lot lah. You can just find that there's a lot of experts and also some of the landlord complaints also in this group. But it's okay. We are very transparent, and also this landlord community, right? Actually, we built for the landlord. We try to empower the Malaysia landlord to make sure their rights get protected. So this is something, and soon we're going to have something new in this group, in this Facebook group. So the last things that I'm going to share with you guys, and also if you don't want to miss our event, right, our future event. So this Telegram channel, I think you shouldn't miss out. You should join our Telegram channel, and all our Speed Home event, we will continue to share our latest event in this group lah. So I think basically today, the presentations that I have with you, I finished my presentations. So now I'm open the floor. So any one of you like want to share or just tell me what's your thoughts on the Malaysia's rental market, etc. Just let me know. So so I'm waiting for everyone to just share me your questions. So, but just now I saw let me check, Okay, just give me a minute. Okay, just give me a minute. I think some of the ladies. Okay, what is a good rental yield to aim for? So I'm not sure. So I think you take the benchmark of FD, right? I think FD, the benchmark of the FD right now is like 2%, 2.2%. So if you invest in property, right, and you have very good holding power, okay, you have very good holding power. I mean, like even though you don't get a tenant, you also can hold the house like almost 1 year. Then I think if the house can give you like the gross rental value is have I think last time, right, when I checked on Kazana or some institution reports, so they think they indicate Malaysia's housing rental yield is around 4 to 5%, but this is like around like 1 year and 1.5 years ago data lah. So if the rental yields, the gross rental yields, I think right now the gross rental yield, if you can have 4 to 5%, I think it's very decent. But yet the gross rental yield on 4.5%, you will still like have some problems on getting a positive cash flow. So if you look at the positive cash flow right now, I think in Klang Valley very hard unless you do room rental. Okay, you do room rental and you really you partial one room, another extra one room, then then that is like that will help you to increase to get a better rental yield, and that is a chance that have to get a positive rental cash flow. So I think like you should look at like how can you manage to get a positive cash flow. Okay, instead of just looking for the good rental yield, I think need to figure out, is it that is a chance for you, if you really like being an active landlord, then you try to change the house layout. But yeah, of course legal lah. I mean, it's like this is legal, and then you need to manage properly, or you find a very reliable person to help you to manage together. Unless I think that they're very unlikely like you will get a positive cash flow lah. Okay, so I'm going to take another 2 to 3 questions. Okay, your supply statistic, the included property that is coming online in 2002 and 2003. Oh, Mr. Brian, no, it's all this data is the past data. Okay, the supply statistic. I think soon we're gonna to announce our whole year. Soon we're gonna announce our whole year data. So I think the supplies there, right? 2002 and 2003. I don't think the demand is going to be higher lah. I think it's still flat. I think the demand in our platforms, right, always is the mid to the low end. Okay, mid to the low end units. Yeah, the mid to low end, you mostly are the mid to the low end unit, affordable range lah, what I'm saying. So if you are going to look for this kind of the investment, then maybe you need to really to be super careful to understand the housing, the supply area lah. So but with the good locations, and also this is a secure job opportunities, then I think it's not hard to find a tenant. But how to get high rental yield, how to get high rental income, it very depends on your house layout. And also I think most of my friends that those I know lah, those who really like the landlords that I know, they are doing quite they are doing good, is that they are do room rental. Then this is some things that really help them to get positive. Oh, how long it take to rent out a property via SPEEDHOME? Cheryl, I think very hard to say. Really, very depends on the location, because from SPEEDHOME, right, our properties from Klang Valley, from Klang, other Bangi, other Cyberjaya also have. Then if like let's say that for the top 3 area that we rent it out, the average rental time I think is 3 to 5 weeks. But some areas, right, that is not our forte. Some of the areas not to our forte. I think it will take like some of the houses really don't have tenants. So this is really depends on the house conditions, the area. But this is one good thing is we didn't charge you if you didn't get you any tenants. So you can just always feel free to try. We didn't charge our landlord by just putting their listing. So yeah. Okay, which type high rise, high demand? Just now, yes, Mr. Chang. So that is I think it's 3 rooms, 2 beds in our platforms. Okay, it's not like not I'm saying that all the high rise unit in Klang Valley, but with the current stats in our platform right now in SPEEDHOME, so 3 rooms, 2 beds, 3 rooms, 2 bath is the most popular unit, and also have 2 car parks. So this is the higher demand. So studio is really aimed for the single. Yeah, so it's kind of slow. 1 rooms, mostly like studio. 2 rooms is quite okay, but compared, I think that the most active is 3 rooms. Okay, anyone have any questions? Okay, just feel free to ask any kind of questions. I'm very okay. Okay, I'm waiting for your guys. So guys, in the meanwhile, I just thank you for everyone like really spending your time to like have engaged with me or asking questions. So this is something like we are kind of happy to share. So in the meanwhile, let me make another advertisement. It's just like, so we saw one thing is very interesting is the Speed Home, our platforms, right? Uh, Actually, we are growing very fast, and the demand there, right, in Klang Valley is always there. People really need the house living is a essential service, is an essential need. So what need to do is that some of the landlords they are very what do you call that, they always say like very hard to get a tenants, or their units is like that's so long, or the tenants start to low ballings, means like just when they ask the price is super low. So one of my advice is here is I'm observing is like, okay, so landlord, you always need to like to find a tenants that can to be super nice, and also giving you a very high rent, and also they will rent in a very long term. But actually right now is everything changed after the COVID. Okay, people that they also don't know they will keep their job for how long. They also don't know will they get relocate to other states or area. They also don't know will they back to their hometown and start to work from home from their hometown. So there is a lot of uncertainty, a lot of the change currently in the market. So I think as a landlord, if you instead of like you keep your units right just like very carefully and then just waiting, I think should you what you need to think is like how can you keep your unit occupied, okay, as long as you can. So yeah, as occupied as you can. So if you think that the rental price is of course I'm not asking you to like to lower down like 30%, 40%, but if the rental price just not really that huge, okay, like a 5 to 10% from the market, or 5 to 10% from your expectations, so I think that is some things that you should consider lah. Or else, right, if you keep your house empty for more than 2 months, basically I think if you find a tenant 2 months before the rental price is 10% lower than you expect, then it will already up faster, okay, and then you start getting the money already. So the one thing is very important is that you need to really do the background check lor. A lot of the landlord, why they get the tenant from how, because they not really to screen the tenants. So in SpeedHome, we do provide these tenant screening services. We ask for their bank statement. We ask for their salary. We will know where they what's their emergency contact, everything. So and we also blacklisted for the tenants that who default, or they are doing something, they are doing something bad lah. So we will ban this kind of tenant. They also got our blacklist. So this is something that we are doing right now in the past few years lah. Okay. So just some mumbling sharings. Oh, okay. In terms of ROI, 3 rooms or studio better. Okay. So I think return on investment, you need to calculate the rent. So in studio, right? Let me just do a very quick research in our platform, right? So if you go to speedhome.com, then you type studio. And Empire. Yeah, actually, right, one very interesting area, Empire. The Empire Studio, it really depends on the area. So if you look at Empire, right, somewhere else nearby the Empire Damansara, so that their studio and the selling price, right, actually they have positive cash flow. 1 year ago lah, I'm not sure right now still got or not lah. So it really depends on the units and also the areas. But if not at others areas lah, then I would say most likely the 3 rooms have definitely will got higher rental, and if the 3 rooms is within 400,000-500,000, that is the ROI will be higher lah. Because if you go for studio, I think some of the studio also right now 300 to 350k. Then their rental is around 1,002. If fully furnished, really nice, 1,005. So with 3 rooms, if you do room rentals, master, second room, small room, I think together easily will get 2,004, 2,005 rental. So that is something that it depends, very depends on the strategy, and also what kind of managements that you execute lah. So Mr. Brian, if SPEEDHOME active in outside Klang Valley, East Coast memang tak ada. East Coast I think we are weak. Penang, Johor our second and also third market, but we didn't provide any kind of the home runner services. Means like the landlord need to DIY by himself, but you still will get our services such as online tenancy agreement, buying insurance, the rental collections, remind them to pay. So this is all service that we provide. We just don't provide the home runner services in Penang and also Johor lah. Okay. So right now, guys, I'm going to take last 2 questions. So if you have any questions, right, please just type it here. Just type it here, the last 2 questions. If you have, I'm going to take another 2 questions. So right after finish the questions, so I'm gonna call this day end. So let me see. Anyone? Why our YouTube friends is so quiet? Our Facebook friends ask me so many questions, and our YouTube friends is quite shy or what? But anyway, I'm happy to really have an opportunity to engage with you guys, understand like what are you guys looking at. Then maybe in our next report, then we can come up something very interesting to share with you guys. So those who haven't download our rental report, Kat, please help me share on the comment section so that they can download the rental report. But I think most of them they already. Okay, why post in SPEEDHOME but nothing in dashboard? Oh my god. Okay, Julian, share me, PM to SPEEDHOME page your number tomorrow morning. The first thing when I log into my office portal, I'm gonna check for you. Okay, Miss Lim, PM your numbers. So just PM your number to our Facebook. So tomorrow morning I will help you look at this issue lah. Post in speed, I think maybe it's just a very small technical issues. I'll help you sort it out. Don't worry. Tomorrow you just PM me your register phone numbers on SPEEDHOME. So our customer service will follow up for you tomorrow. Okay. So I think today I will call it today as a night lah. And also thank you for your time. Really appreciate everyone to willing to spend time and also asking me questions. But I will say this is a sharing section. I'm not like giving you any kind of advice like to make any kind of decisions you should invest in property or not. But just is most likely is something that we find out on our company transactions data and also our company's transactions. So if you have any other questions or anything regarding to SPEEDHOME services, what you need to do is just super simple. Okay, PM our Facebook page or then we will help you to get. Okay, then this is a rental report link. Thank you, Kat. Thank you for helping to share on our platform. So if you still haven't get the rental report, download our rental report here, and hope you enjoy the reading. Thank you so much, everyone. Have a good night and have a good rest. Also, if you're really unfortunate, your house get a bit affected by the flood, stay safe. And if you are not, then try your best. Try to just do some, good thing, right thing. Okay, find a reliable association. Donate a small money, so to make everyone's the unfortunate one to help the unfortunate one to overcome this disaster. Thank you so much, everyone. Have a nice day and good night.